There's a subtext to what you're talking about, and that has to do with discipline. And there's a thread of that idea throughout your book. And we talked a little about it earlier. You're saying you have to know what you're good at so you can know what not to do.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, right. I mean, what not to do. I mean, that's a great aspiration of so many management teams.
Yeah.
And they talk a lot about that. We have to say no. I think that the CEO will often say the hardest thing to do is say no. Even if you sometimes instinctively know it's the wrong thing to do, there's always reasons. I want to reward this individual for having a great idea, or I'm fearful that I don't have the idea that's going to create value, so I might also have 10 of them, and maybe one of them will work. And I think executives also know that's not a great idea, right? That having 10 ideas is going to disperse all the energy in too many different places. So the reason why this tends to work is if I have a definition of the value proposition that's unique to me, and if I have a definition also of the important capabilities, now I've got essentially the framework that I can operate. And people don't bring me ideas that don't fit within that framework, right? So I don't have to say no as much because the ideas aren't there. And if they are, I have a framework to refer to rather than I don't like your idea, it doesn't make sense. And then I want a lot of ideas within the area of focus that I've given everyone.
And that, I guess there's also a discipline in the act of saying no, because you're inculcating the organization well, you're giving them the compass.
Yes.
This is our true north.
Yes.
That's over there. We can't do that. So the ability to articulate why not must be very important.
Absolutely, and it's interesting because I think the learning for us in this research in many ways, this is an area that we probably didn't fully appreciate. We always thought capabilities, you focus on a few capabilities because you get scale. It's the sort of new version of scale in a few areas. Capabilities are very expensive. They have tremendous fixed costs. As I said earlier, you can't invest in many. So we always said this was an economic argument, right? It was the new version of scale. What the CEOs will say is, yes, that's true. Think about all the IT projects now I know how to spend my money on. But one of the best advantages is I have an aligned organization.
Right.
They understand where we're going. And the power of saying no around a clear purpose provides visibility and energy and aspiration for everyone to do the great things we need them to do rather than be chasing after 100 different ideas.
I find, so in the course of my work, I say no a lot. And I have to learn to explain why. And every time I have to do that kind of soul searching about why not, I rethink what it is we do. And it extends the idea for me, because sometimes in the course of going through that process, I'll think, well, wait a minute, that's not right.
Yeah.
We should think about that again.